Hi there, this is Mr. Evans, and this final video on HR flow is going to consider the value of human resource planning. So, gone through each of these terms now. Just going to have a look again at human resource planning and consider why that's useful, given that we now understand the key terms. So, human resource flow can be represented by this arrow. It's the flow of people through an organisation from as they join it, their recruitment, through their induction training process, how we appraise them. I haven't done a video on that, but you can look up appraisals. It's about measuring staff performance as they're going along, potential redeployment, right through to when people leave the business. And the human resource plan is simply anticipating the future needs of the business and organising the supply of people and skills in order to achieve a business's corporate objectives. In other words, our corporate objective is where we need to be. We do a skills audit, we find out where we are now, we find out where our workforce is, and we think about how are we going to get from where we are now with this workforce, with this skills, to where we achieve our corporate objective. What skills are we going to need to do that? What's our workforce going to look like? And we set a human resource plan to get us from here, where we are now, to there, where we want to be, completing our objectives. So, what are the benefits of doing that human resource plan? That, of course, will include the recruitment, the training, and potential redeployment redundancies we need to make. The value of doing it, first of all, it gives us it provides an audit of the current skills of the workforce. In other words, we take a scientific approach to work out where we are now. What skills do individual members of staff have, which is really, essential in, if we're trying to get somewhere. It sounds obvious, but you need to know where you are starting off. So once you've got that clear picture of where the organisation is now, then we're going to set a clear strategy for the HR department to follow by making a human resource plan. So who are we going to recruit? What trainings do we need to engage in? Is this on-the-job training we can do? Can we train these people internally, or will we need to get somebody in, an external trainer, send people away to universities or whatever to get them trained? Another benefit of human resource planning, it should improve the motivation of the staff in the organisation, as it becomes, it creates clarity for everyone about, this is my job role, this is how I contribute to the organisation achieving its goal. This is a proactive approach to HR management. We're not being reactive. We're not, I gave an example in the previous video. Like, if you're doing good HR planning, you're going to be aware that in 3 years' time you're going to have 4 key members of staff retiring, and you're going to start putting in place plans now to ensure that when that happens in 3 years' time, it's not like a complete shock, and you've got some decent replacements ready to take over. Doing all of this is going to improve job security. People are going to hopefully see that the organisation is in safe hands, and should improve employee relations. Of course, that's not always the case. Sometimes making a workforce plan will mean that you're going to make some of the workforce redundant. But overall, it's a sign of a well-managed organisation that should inspire confidence in the workforce. However, there are some limitations of human resource planning. There can be unforeseen events, like a key member of staff maybe gets poached by the opposition. Somebody comes in and offers them a big salary and they leave, or people leave organisations for all sorts of reasons. And it's only as accurate as the data that's used to create it. So, how accurate are our skills audit? This person says that they're great at programming, but can they actually deliver a computer program that's of the sophistication that we need by the time that we need it? So we're only as accurate as the assessment of the business as we can do it at the time. So that's the end of this short video on HR flow. Hopefully that's clarified the main key terms that you had to know, which were these ones in